Mute your mic for just a little bit.
No, I was just telling my daughter really quick. Sure.
out your inner rock star, the show must always go on. That means downloading your music so it's always with you, even when you're on the road. Keep the music you love close with Spotify Premium, and you'll never miss out on an epic offline listening experience. Right now, you can get 3 whole months for $9.99 and cancel anytime. Tap the banner to learn more.
Whew, what a vibe.
All right, welcome to the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. I am Richard Hurst, and always joining me is Jeremy Robbins. And Jeremy, tonight we are at Bristol, baby. How you feeling this evening?
Well, other than the sinus being stopped up a little bit, it's doing pretty good. But you know what? I guess that's what you get over in the hills of East Tennessee.
Absolutely, definitely have the allergies kicking in hot and heavy this season. So hopefully everybody has that allergy medicine ready. And but tonight we have a special guest in the booth with us, and that's going to be Matt Smith. Matt, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. Happy to be here with you, Richard and Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem. And you have, some things going on that you would like to tell us, and you are actually our sponsor for our race tonight, aren't you?
Yes, sir, I am. Happy to sponsor this race here at Bristol, baby. And doing this for my daughter's merch business. She is in the process of making some abstract artwork and putting it on hats, hoodies, t-shirts, sweaters, that kind of thing, mugs, what have you. And I just thought this would be a really awesome way to get the word out about her business. And so I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Well, what better way than to put it on a broadcast? And us here at SBRN, we like to help out any way we can, and we're going to put some of that artwork in video form so everybody can enjoy a nice promo video of her artwork. And you got a website for us so the people at home can go and check it out?
Yes, absolutely, sir. It's inspirationwithdevin.net. If you go check that out, right now it's under construction, but we will have some products up there that people can check out hopefully very soon, and all of that stuff will be linked to products up there where they can go and purchase said items.
Sweet. Well, definitely excited to see what kind of artwork that she has. And, is this going to help out with anything for her, or?
It's just a way for her to make a little extra money and show the world some of her abstract art ideas. It's whatever strikes her at the moment that gives her inspiration. There's some stuff on there about inclusion and diversity and stuff like that. So that. This is stuff that's important to her. If it's important to her, then it's important to me. So.
Absolutely. Well, how old is she going to be?
She is about to be 28 here in a couple weeks. So, happy birthday, Devin. Love you very much. And, just these couple things are just a small part of what I have planned. I got one more thing to show you right after we get off the air here. Actually, I don't know if you guys can show a picture of something on the stream if I DM it to you.
Well, absolutely, Jeremy. Can you do that for us?
All right. Awesome. Let me load that thing up really quick.
All right, Richard. Right now, you'll qualify. Go ahead.
You'll notice right behind the front wheel of my ARCA car, that is our team paint scheme for Bangor Bros Motorsports. We'll be racing that throughout the season, and the times that you guys broadcast ARCA races, hopefully those will show up on stream.
Awesome. Well, y'all will be at Thompson Raceway next week, and you'll be running that paint scheme. I'll probably be racing with you, but I might have the stream going. So viewers at home will be able to see that. The Arcers get a lot of views, so you'll be able to display that beautiful paint scheme on the stream. Even if I choose not to race, I might broadcast it anyway, and we'll get it on air.
Cool. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Well, we are going to get this broadcast started. Are you racing tonight?
No, I'm not in the Trucks League. As I would have made the Indy race yesterday, but had some other engagements. So.
Well, definitely tune into the stream. We will definitely get that information out. And like I said, I will get all that information to me, and me and Jeremy, we will be happy to put together a video for her artwork and get that out there for all the people to see and post it on our social medias.
Cool. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. And once again, happy birthday, Devin.
Happy birthday, Devin, from Southern Broadcast Racing Network. We hope to see your artwork soon.
Right, there's nothing more awesome than supporting family. So there you go. The link's going to be out throughout the chat. I'm going to post it throughout it. Like you said, y'all, the webpage is still under construction, but that don't mean you can't bookmark it and go to it at a later time. Pretty sure we'll be staying updated with it. So just make sure y'all check it out. Right there it is, inspirationwithdevin.net. And Richard, I think we've got it qualifying about wrapped up, and we've got Mr. Ricky on the pole.
Yeah, Mr. Ricky is on the pole, and look at Mr. Brandon also. Now, he got third last night in the Indy race in the ARCA cars last night. He did a phenomenal job. He got into a little bit of shenanigans, at the first part of the race, then got a black flag, but he drove all the way from the back to win, to get a podium finish. What a great job he did last night. So, hopefully he can do the same thing tonight. He's showing speed, in the qualifying. Hopefully he can keep that up. We have Mr. Rivers sitting right there in third. He's been fast all this season long, and he's sitting in the third position. Probably wishes he would have got second so he can start on that outside line, because we know that outside line is dominant here. But great job by him getting third. Cody Williams sitting in fourth. We got Derek Welch sitting in fifth. He's looking for a good finish. He's looking for a win. He's good at Bristol. He wasn't able to get it in the other series, but maybe he can get it here tonight. We got Richard Holland. He's usually up towards the front. He's usually our pole sitter at most races, but tonight he is sitting in the sixth position with Juan Jimenez sitting in seventh and Jose Luis Riviera sitting in eighth. We got Chad McNeil sitting in ninth, and Mark Collins sitting in 10th. Who we got 11th, Jeremy?
Well, 11th, we're going to have John Osborne. 12th is going to be Michael LeBlanc. They're teammates right there, so they should be working together to see if they can catch up with Mr. Cooper. And then starting in 13th, we've got Mr. Bradley Bojangles Cooper himself. We've got 14th, Jacob Klinkhart. 15th is going to be a Brad Clay. 16th is going to be the 34 of David Harden. 17th is going to be Nathan Stanley. 18 is going to be Paul Ferniani. So you wanted me to say that name to see if I was going to butcher it. I didn't. 18th is going to be Mac Erickson. 20th is going to be Double O Joe, which he's riding in the 27th tonight. And 21st position, we're going to have Zeth Hawley. 22nd, Lloyd Gallahan. I'll pronounce it incorrectly just to trigger his ADHD. 23rd is going to be Mr. Stan, another one of the teammates of Eons Motorsports. Then we're going to have, Tom Barish and Anthony Ferrietti. So that's going to wrap out about a field of 25, Richard. And Bristol's not that big, so it's going to be pretty interesting tonight.
Absolutely. We may see bumping. We may see banging. We may see door checks. We may see it all here tonight. Getting loose out of turn 4, getting loose out of turn 2. We don't know. But anything is possible. And it looks like we are starting to grid in. They will take 2 pace laps around. Then the pace truck will dive off, and we will be going green.
All right. Hopefully, before we go green, I can get our promo in. So this is what we're all about.
All about last minute.
He is gridded up, and they are starting to roll.
And they are rolling with it. Like I said, we will take 2 pace laps around, and then we will go green. That 32 and that 4 sitting on the front row. Who will prevail for the first green flag lap? Nobody knows, but we are going to find out.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how this is going to play out. I mean, they was doing pretty good in practice. I got in here a little bit earlier to set things up, so I've been watching them for a little bit. So I'm telling you, the one I'm going to watch that really put commentary was the 4 car of Mr. Brandon Matha. So he's going to be interesting to see how he plays out, and I hope he don't let me down.
Did you call him Metha?
Matha.
I thought you said Metha.
I might have. My allergies have got me mispronouncing my own name. But hey, Matha knows how.
Matha knows how. That's pretty good.
I know, I
like
thought
it.
that on the fly. That's pretty good.
All right, they were coming down the back stretch, about to go into turn 3, and to come out of turn 4, that pace truck will dive off, and we will be green flag racing. They have to wait for the green flag to wave before they can start. After that, the leader controls the start, and here goes the pace truck. He is down and away, and we are going racing right now. The green flag is out. 4 truck gets a really good jump, but they're going through the gears. The 32 still has the lead on the bottom side. Now we've seen the top side prevail early on in the race, but so far the bottom side did work, you know, for the 32 to make it around the 4. But here comes that number 14 of Cody Williams. He's going to take 3rd position, try to take it a little bit early away from that 80. And he does, and he's going to slide right up in front of the 5 of Richard Holland. What you seeing there, Jeremy?
I'm going to tell you what, I saw Ricky take off like he had a fire in his drawers. I mean, he shot off, and he put Brandon Cody back behind him pretty good. But you know what? There's a pack of 4 that's kind of broke away from Jose and Juan. So that pack of 4 may have to do a little catching up with him.
Well, if you go back through the back of just a little bit, they are still kind of side by side. Derek Welch is losing positions fast. He is down 3 positions from where he started. He started in 5th. He's running in 8th. And then right behind him, you have Mark Collins in that number 13 DuPont Chevrolet. And right behind him, you got the 95 and you got the 83. And it looks like the 25 of Bradley Cooper. They were side by side battling out. And it looks like they got it straightened out, but here goes Derek Welch. He's going to lose another position, and he's going to lose it to Mark Collins.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's still early. So, I mean, if you want to lose a few positions, right now it's the time to do it. I mean, you've got 2 stages before it, so you've got plenty of stage breaks to make up for it. So I wouldn't too much worry about losing any positions right now, because we've got 250 laps to go. Well, 240-ish, so it's going to be a long race. These guys are going to get a hell of a workout tonight.
Oh my God, I was about to go crazy because John Osborne is driving. I thought it was going to be a Smarties truck, but it's a Sweet Tarts. Even though I like them Sweet Tarts, I still like them Smarties the best. Like Smarties. But anyways. But I was going to say that was the paint scheme of the night in my book, but we do have a winner of the paint scheme, so we will go through that at our first stage break and let you know the winner of that favorite paint scheme. But moving on with the race, it looks like everybody has pretty much went single file on us. And that is very unusual at Bristol. We got a few side-by-side battles going on. There's going to be the Derek Welch and the 95. 95 is going to try to make it around Derek Welch as they come down the backstretch. 95 up high and the one down low. Can they make that work? They do, and the 95 was able to take the position away, so Derek Welch is going to drop down to the 9th position.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that Kachow finding the Queen car back out to a truck, actually, to check that Queen car.
And it looks like Ricky is going to have a little bit of control of this race. He has not broken away that far away from the 4, but he is about 0.4 seconds away from second place, and third place is breathing all down the neck of that 4 truck, and that is going to be Cody Williams in that number 14. He is close. He is so close he can reach out and touch him. Not really, but sounded good. No more ads. Thank you for that subscription. Yeah, I don't like the ads either. All right, right back here towards the back. It looks like number 13 is under fire. He had the 95 to his inside, and he was on the outside. He was able to make the pass on the outside, but here comes Jose Riviera on the outside with that number 20. He is looking to take the position away from the 95, but the 95 drifted up to the high lane and took the position and took the run away. So the 20 had to check up just a little bit, and now Derek Welch has dropped down. Oh, he's back up to the 9th position now. Yellow. And the yellow flag is out, and it looks like Matt Erickson has crashed. We'll go back and take a look and see what happened.
Yeah, I was muted and didn't realize.
Number 28. I don't know where Jeremy went, so maybe it is on side by side. All right, coming around the turn. Oh my goodness, the 27 and 82 to get together, and he goes to make an evasive maneuver to go around it, and he just plows into the wall. Not a lot of damage, it looks like, on any of those trucks, so that's going to bring our first caution out of the night. Luckily, he did not get any other contact besides, just the wall, so I think his truck is going to live to ride another lap.
Yeah, if any of them took any damage, it's going to be the 27. And
well, the 32 broke out early, and now we are at our first caution at lap 20. So we will most likely see the 32 take the high line because he has choice of restarts. So we'll see what happens there. Pit road is not very busy. We had the 82 drop in. That's going to be Stan Carnathan. Joe Bennett looks like he came in for a little bit of service and right back out. No, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
So it looks like Jeremy has, but the video feed does look fine.
What about now? We good?
Oh, now, yeah, we got you. Hey, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm going to put it down the leaders and we'll go side by side. I had a little audio issue, so I'm going to have to get that straightened up hopefully here in a second.
All right. Well, let's go through the field and take a look at these trucks while they are getting lined up side by side. There we have the number 32, Mr. Ricky, and then number 32, Die Hard. There's Mr. Brendan, Cody Williams. There is Bradley Rivers driving the black Hooters truck. Richard Holland in that Outcast number 5. Mark Collins in that 13 DuPont Chevrolet. Mr. Jacob Klinkhart in that number 95. Looks like Hoopties. Jose Riviera driving that number 20. Derek Welch in the number 1 DEP Graphics ride. And it looks like we are getting ready to go back green. So let me catch back up with the leaders real quick. Nope, not quite yet. Michael LeBlanc. I hope I said that right. All right, pace truck is off, and they are back green flag racing, and it is a definite surprise to me that the 32 took the inside lane, and Cody Williams is going to follow him to that second position. So Cody Williams takes over second place and drops down Brendan Matha to the third position. But don't look now, but there is Bradley Rivers trying to stick with him, trying to make some moves, but he just can't quite get to the number 4. The 4 is a little bit better off the corners, as he is a little bit better on, going into the corners. Looks like the 4 is going to try to take that position back from the 14 as they go into turns 1 and 2, and now they are coming through 3 and 4. Definitely hard to keep up with which side of the track they're on without the start-finish line, and depending on what camera you're on.
Yeah, Richard, so they're all starting to kind of settle down just a little bit. So you've got Ricky who's still staying up front. But I'm going to tell you what, we've got a battle back towards the back going on between Lloyd and Nathan Stanley right now. So these two right here are kind of battling it out.
Yeah, there's also another little battle right here between Bradley Cooper and Riviera. Riviera lost the position. Now he's right there in front of Derek Welch. He had to check up, for Derek Welch. Derek Welch had to check up for Riviera because he lost a lot of momentum. But now he's working on the inside of the 20, but he can't quite close the door and make the pass. He's going to try it again. He gets a run off of turn 2. Can he do it this time? He dives it on the inside. Got a little bit of momentum, but he can only get about a half a truck length, to him. But Jose is going to back it off and let them both by. And there goes to 22. And Jose is going to lose a position to the 22. But Chad McNeil is also looking to make the same moves as they come out of the turn. Chad McNeil, the beef people, cannot quite get there, as the 20 is just a little bit better than his truck. Using the low line early it just might wear out the tires earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that much pressure on the tires, especially this early in the race. I mean, you're only into lap 33. I mean, you want to push your truck, kind of get an idea of how it would do on about a 40 to 50 lap run. But right now, I wouldn't push it too hard. I'd save it towards the end. I mean, stage 1, see what your truck can do. Stage 2, chill. And stage 3, just haul it to the wall.
That's absolutely right. And we got a little 4-truck breakaway with, they're trying to catch up to the leaders. That's going to be the 95, the 83, to the 25, and the 13. They are all riding in a line, and just a little ways back, there's going to be Derek Welch riding in that 10th position. Ricky is still trying to run away from the 14, but the 14 is trying to run away from the 4, and they have gotten a little bit of gap between them, about a 0.7 second gap in between the 14 and the 4. So
a major shout out there to I Am Hopeless for naming me sub. He don't want no more ads, so he knows what's up.
Absolutely. Thank you out there. I am Mobius. Definitely appreciate that. Well, Richard Holland has a mirror full of the 80 of Bradley Rivers. Bradley Rivers has been working on the back of that 5 truck for a couple of laps now. They were side by side about 2 laps ago. Now they got it straightened out, and the 5 was able to prevail in that 4th position. The 95-83, the 83 is looking down low, but he is going to get passed by the 25 and the 95. He was trying to make some moves, but he just could not seal the deal as they come out of the turn. It's going to be the 95 and 25. He's going to bring the 83 up to the high line because that's where the speed is. And now Mark Collins is going to work on that number 83. 25 is working on the 95 as they come out of 1 and 2. So far, he made that low line work. What's up?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, this battle right here between these 4 of Cooper, Clint Carton, Plump, and Collins, it's getting pretty interesting. And that's actually giving time to let Juan and Derek start to catch in. You see them slowly coming to the back picture along with Chad and Seth both. So these good guys start fighting. These groups are kind of hanging out with each other.
Absolutely. And the 13 of Mark Collins, he is trying to figure out which way to go. He wants to go to the inside, then he goes to the outside, then he goes to the inside. He does not know which truck to follow, who has the speed and who does not, because they are both good on the low line and the high line. At some points, the 83 has the advantage, and at some points, the 95. But he is going to be able to slide in front of the 95 and take that position away. And now they are going to pass the 55 of Tom Barsh Jr. So that's going to put Tom Barsh 1 lap down.
And Tom kind of killed the inside line momentum there for a little bit. He was able to get out of the way, but he played it carefully. And 67.
Oh my goodness! Pile up. Oh, the 67, the 22, the 95, and the 1 were all involved in that, and that's going to bring out our second caution.
I'm not 100% sure what happened on that one. It looked like the 67 kind of turned left just a little bit.
I think the best person to ride with that is probably going to be Juan, the 22 truck, or the 95. Let me find that 95. There he is. All right, let's take a ride with the 95. Change this camera angle just a little bit. So the 83 was sideways. Actually, the 83 is probably going to be the best one to ride with because he was sideways as they entered in the turn.
Yeah, you're getting a good view right there of the cam with Jacob.
So the 67 was in the wall when they came out of turn 2, and he was really slow up on the racetrack. The 83 went to the outside. They touched just a little bit. That sent the 83 sideways, and the 67 was just slow on the track. So this 83 almost had it saved, touched the wall just a little bit, but here come the 22, the 95, and the 13, and the 1, all trying to check up, trying to get those trucks slowed down, but they just did not have enough room.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for Michael, considering he was running pretty good. So,
well, you don't have to have the prettiest truck to win here.
you know what? It's at Bristol. But
Exactly.
What, they did have a pretty truck, and I don't know. Are we supposed to announce it now, then, later, or what?
Well, I was told just on the stream. Didn't give me an indicator of when or where, but yeah, we were supposed to show that truck and announce the winner.
All right, I'm going to get the image of it to come up, and it's probably going to cover the whole thing. And the winner of it, it told me the name. I didn't get my notepad out.
Oh my goodness.
Right there, it's going to be the 7 of Rick LePage.
So, congratulations to Rick LePage for having that paint scheme that won their contest.
And I believe Derek said the winner got $10,000. So I don't know. That's up between them, but that's what I heard.
Well, why weren't we able to enter?
I don't know. I don't think I did.
I don't think I did either. So, be expecting a check in the mail. Might be one of them checks, the rubber checks, but all right, the green flag is back out, and the 32 did what he is supposed to do. He closed the door on the 14, and you see the 82 is going a lap down, but you got a three-way battle for the second position. You got the 14, you got the 5, you got the 4 on the inside, and now here comes 2 more, so it's going to make it a 5-way battle, you know, as they come out of turn number 2.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with some of these laps. I know it's a whole lot easier here than it was on heat. On heat, you had not a clue where people was at. And this one, just a little bit more to tell. One, you can see where the start-finish line is clearly, and you actually know where everything's at.
I forgot I had a track map. Well, looks like that has settled down, but the 25 is still trying to get around that number 4. The number 4 is going to stay on the high line. The 25 is going to try to pinch the 4 just a little bit as they come out of turns. They almost make contact as they come out of turn 4, but they keep it straight and keep it green. The 80 is going to try to work on the 4 also. He is riding around in the 4th position now. The 4 actually took away the 5th position. And they are still battling out side by side as they cross the start-finish line. And 80 just cannot make that bottom line work. Well, let's go take a look and see what's going on back here. It looks like the Beef People has got a mirror full of, that is going to be Mr. Michael LeBlanc in the 83. And let's see, that's going to be Matt Eckerson. Is that right? Oh, and we have contact. The 28 is around, the 83 is around. And we were on that the whole time. So let's back that up and take a look and see what happened. And a couple other trucks were involved. We'll see who that was. All right, it looks like the 95 wanted a little bit of piece of the action too. The 60 right in front of the 28. 95 comes around on the outside. 83 is going to look on the inside. They are going to take it 3 wide, almost 3 wide. 95 comes down just a little bit. 83 comes up into the 28 and sends them both sideways. You got the 34 right there behind them as they are sliding out of control. 34 makes it around. 83 comes back on the track, and there were some other people involved. I just don't know who. Oh, looks like Derek Welch was involved. He was trying to miss it, and him and the 84, the 39, and the 22 again. So, not what they wanted to see. So pit road is going to definitely be busy again. We are on our 3rd caution. Not bad for a Bristol race so far, though.
Yeah, 3 cautions in 60 laps, considering one of them being the stage. That's not too bad. So I can live with that one right now.
Well, looks like the 95 elected to stay out and lead a lap. And that is going to change the lineup just a little bit. He is up 13 positions from where he started. So right now he is our biggest mover of the race, Mr. Jacob Klinkhart. 32 is going to take take the second position. 82 is going to dive into the pit and go get some more damage repaired, I believe.
Yeah, maybe they're getting these cautions out of the way, so they'll have a pretty clean race in the latter part of this race.
Maybe so. A lot of guys in here probably want to see it go green because they have the truck to break away from the rest of the pack. But it's definitely interesting to see the strategy from that Jimmy Strong number 95. That is actually pretty cool where DEP put that. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm going to zoom in on that. Nope, you can't see it.
Yeah, everybody pretty much knows that scheme, so they know what it looks like.
Yep. It's got it right there on the rear spoiler. It looks really good right there. All right, the pace truck is off, and the 95 has control, and he is out of there. And he put a gap on the 32, and the 14 is going to give the 32 a run for his money, and he's going to try to take over to the second position, and he does. He's going to slide up in front of the 32. 32 is going to look to the low lane and try to take that position back. He's not going to be able to do it this time around. Can he do it the next time as they go into turn one? It looks like the 14 has the second position locked down for now, but Ricky has got his hands full of that 5 truck also. That 5 truck is pretty much good wherever he goes. That's going to be Richard Holland, and he is looking for another podium finish as he has got quite a few of those.
Yeah, Outcast Motorsports has been pretty strong these past few races, so I don't know what they're feeding in the water out there, their breakfast, lunch, but you know what, they may want to share some of it if they get some good competition.
And it looks like the 95 is going to lose some ground as the 14 is trying to utilize that bottom line as they come across the start-finish line. The 14 is on the bottom. The 95 is on the top. They come out of turn 2, and the 95 still leading the lap, but the 14 is still right there with a half a truck length beside the 95 as they come around to the front stretch. The 95 still prevails on that high line. The 14 is trying to make that bottom work as they are side by side coming out of turn 2 again. He just cannot get there to lead that lap, but he is doing his darndest to do it. Yeah, as these two are still battling side by side, it looks like the 95 lost a little bit of ground. Even though he was on the high line, he's going to lose a little bit more ground, and the 14 is going to take over the number 1 position. So Cody Williams is going to be our leader as of this lap coming around. It looks like the 32 is going to work on the 95 also. He is going to try to take the same line that Cody did that made the pass on the 95. He's going to look low. He's got to have a truck ahead of the 95. 95 is going to fight back on the outside. Coming into turn 3 and 4. Looks like the 32 is going to make the slide job, and he does. And the 95 is going to try to do the crossover going into turn 1 and 2, but he's not going to be able to get there. But the 5 is closing in fast, and he's going to take that position also.
Yeah, there's too many battles right now. You can't too much shake a stick at. But you know what? One that we've really been kind of watching is going to be the one between Bradley Cooper and Bradley Rivers. So the battle of the bees right here is 25 and the 80 both have been going at it for about the past 5 or 6 laps, trying to exert dominance to take that position 6 away from each other.
And just behind them, don't look now, but Seth Holly is up 10 positions. He's trying to make some moves on the 34, and that's going to be David Harden. He has the speed. He's going to ride a little bit higher than the 34. 34 is going to kind of drift up in front of the 48 and slow down his momentum, but he's going to fight back right on that inside, and he's got a half a truck on him, but he cannot complete the pass. He's going to stick to that low line, and no cigar. He's going to lose it, still stay in that same position, and that's going to allow Derek Welch to close the door also and battle for that same real estate also.
Yeah,
you get people. Go ahead.
You get too many people fighting for one position, Richard. It's somebody's going to slip up, or somebody's going to lose a lot of real estate.
Yeah, and yeah, we've definitely seen that. Derek Welch, you know, he slid back, you know, quite a bit, and it looks like Mark Collins has got a mirror and a side mirror full of the 60 truck of Chad McNeil. Chad McNeil, he's bringing the beef, and he was able to make the pass, but here comes the 34. The 34 is going to look to the inside of the 13 also. And is he going to be able to do the slide job? Nope. Mark Collins, oh, they made contact. Mark Collins got into the wall just a little bit. Seth Holly on the apron. He brings it back up on the track safely. No caution, no spins. And Chad McNeil is going to be able to take over that position.
Yeah, you was just talking about him trying to do that slide job. He wouldn't have none of it. He pretty much slid up and pinched him there and didn't let him advance a position on him. So, I mean, he brought the wall, not the beef.
You got beef, bro? You got beef?
If not, I've got a wall for it if you do.
Well, 34 is looking to go another position down as the 48 of Seth Holly is looking to advance another position. He is up 12 spots if he can make this pass, and he does. He's going to slide up in front of the 34, and here comes Derek Welch to the inside 34, way up high, almost making contact with a wall, and Derek Welch is going to be able to make that pass. Chad McNeil working on the 95 on the inside. 95 not having it. He's going to zoom right back around him on the outside. But the 60 is not done. 60 and 95 going right at it. And here comes Seth Holly. He's going to try to make that position. Now he's up 13 spots. And here comes Derek Welch making the following the 48.
Yeah, Zed is pretty much just throwing the gauntlet down. I mean, up 13 positions and 85 laps. He's got a statement to show. He's had pretty rough races the past few, and he's looking to put it 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide.
Stretch.
Oh, contact. He saves it. He keeps it on the apron, brings it back up safely, and there he goes. He's still in the game.
Yeah, that could have been a whole lot worse than what it was, so that's real good awareness on Seth's part right there.
Well, 3 wide out of such a small track, you cannot get through there without expecting something to happen.
And it don't look like Derek learned a lesson from Seth as he's fixing to try it himself.
He thought twice about it. He did check up and get right back behind the 60. 60 slides up, and the 95 and the 60 rub doors together, and that checks up everybody behind him.
Seth got involved again. You're right, Mobius.
Yeah. At some point, the 60 has got to say, all right, either let me by or I'm moving you. Rubin is racing. It looks like we got an indicator of Jose Riviera crashing, and there he is. Don't know what happened to him, but he looks like he spun out, and it looks like the whole field is going to pass the 60. The 60 was stuck behind the 95. The 60 was not as good as some of these other trucks on the bottom side, so that's going to allow everybody else right on by. Now the 13 is going to try to make the same moves, and there he goes. The 60 cannot get a break from behind the 95.
Yeah, Derek was able to capitalize on that. He actually put himself away from that. He kind of saw that was going to be a hazardous situation, so you leave them real quick, and he just got up a pretty good gap away from him.
Yeah, I think the 60 used up all the tires that he had, because now everybody is passing him, trying to get around that 95 as, him and the 34 almost touch. And the 95 is losing a lot of ground too, but here comes the 60. He is going to work on the back bumper of the 34, but the 34 is going to create a little bit of gap as they go into turn 3 and 4.
You know what? Look who's came into the picture. It's going to be I believe that's showing the 82. Which he is, I believe, a lap or so down, but still he can be an ally, considering he's got a teammate that's pretty close to him on the lead lap.
Well, Cody Williams is out front and leading this race with Richard Holland. His truck has woken up. He has woken up the beast underneath the hood of that truck, and he's showing some speed because he is tracking down the leader with Ricky in that number 32. He is also looking to track down the leader too, because here we go, a battle for the lead. Is the 5 going to be able to make a slide job? Yes, he has the room, and we have a new leader. The 5 was able to make it around the 14 on the inside lane. They're going to come to the start-finish line, and the 4 was trying to battle with the 32, but could not make the pass on the bottom. And there's that 25 of Bradley Cooper also. He is working on that number 4.
Yeah, Bradley's making moves up. He's the second highest mover in the top 10, so he's on a mission himself.
Well, looks like the 95 is in jeopardy of going one lap down. He used up all his stuff, and there is now only going to be 13 cars on the lead lap as Nathan Stanley, he is already a lap down, so he will probably go another lap down if the leader catches him or when the leader catches him. There you see the 95 on the bottom. So a lot of good cars one lap down, but if anything does happen, they can definitely get it back. 14 lost a lot of momentum going in that corner. He was definitely did not have a good entry on that bottom trying to make the pass on that 67, but they do make it around, but that's going to allow the 32 to try to make the pass on the bottom. He's not going to be able to do it, but coming into turn 3 and 4, 14 up high. Will the 32 try a slide job? No, not today, but the 4 got into the back end of the 14, and that's going to allow the 32 to drive right on by. And there is Bradley Cooper. He has made it up to the 4th position, and he is the biggest mover in the top 5, like you said.
Yeah, him and Zach Holly, if they can get clear traffic ahead of them, I'd be surprised if these two wouldn't get up there with Holland and Williams and Ricky and put up a pretty good fight with them.
Well, it is definitely spread out between the fields. You got Bradley Rivers. He is all the way across the start-finish line now, and Derek Welch is just coming out of turn 4. So everybody is spread out far and wide. Zeth Holly just crossed the start-finish line, and so he is trying to track down the next person, which would be Derek Welch. I don't know if will be able to get there, as he has the 82 and the 22 in front of him, blocking his path, and that's going to allow Mark Collins to catch up with him as he gets to battling these trucks. When he catches,
we got a lot of action on the front stretch, turn 1.
oh my goodness, it is a parking lot. Oh, the 14 is sideways. Oh, he saves it. He saves it. He comes back on. He almost collects the 20, but he is back up and going, and now he is back up to speed.
Richard, that almost was bad. They grouped up, and it looked like they was about 4 or 5 wide there for a minute. Everybody was brake checking. So if that was the only hiccup amongst all that, that was damn good driver awareness.
Absolutely, and that's going to allow the 4 of Brandon Matha right back up to the 3rd position as they are getting ready to pass that Sweethearts truck. I know. Want some candy? Ooh, piece of candy. So now we only have 11 cars on the lead lap, and anything can happen as we are almost halfway into this race. There's been a lot of good racing, side-by-side racing. You know, a little bit of rubbing, door checking. You know, a little bit of everything.
Well, it's Bristol. If your vehicle ain't missing a couple fenders, some paint, it ain't Bristol.
Now we're going to ride on with the 5 truck. There he is. There is our current leader in that Outcast Motorsports truck. The number 32 of Mr. Ricky. I feel really bad for Tom Barnes. He has not had a good finish yet. He is up 5 positions, but I'd like to see that number 55 up front one of these days. And there is a yellow. Very interesting.
Double check. I believe that may have been a stage
Oh,
break.
okay. Yeah, maybe. It also gave me an indicator that Joe Bennett had crashed. So Joe Bennett, no, it looks like Joe Bennett had made contact with the 81 and he had went around. So that's probably what brought the caution out. Gets us spun around, not a lot of damage to his ride. So all right, fourth caution of the day.
Which is still pretty decent. You haven't forward nearly halfway, so you can't really complain on that too much. Yep. Next stage break at the end of stage 2 is going to be 125.
So we know at least one person is going to get their lap back, and that's probably going to be the 60 of Chad McNeil. He's going to be back on the lead lap, starting at the tail of the longest line, which not where you want to be, but we got Lloyd Gallahan in the pits.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as we're coming up on the halfway point and the stage break to see who actually might pit on this and kind of get a jump going into stage 3.
That 80 truck, he was looking for that break because he was quite a ways back from the leaders. So maybe he's got something left in the tank for the leaders and get some good stage points as they are coming to an end of stage number 2. Number 14 of Cody Williams, he did lose it just a little bit, got out of shape, but he is still riding up there in the 6th position. Derek Welch, he is riding in 7th. Good to see him back up towards the front, definitely where he wants to be.
Well, real quick shout out, Mr. Good friend of ours, Mr. Atlanta Racing, coming in with a rating of 11. I'm reckoning his ARCA race they was running today is over, so he's going to send it over here. Atlanta, we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Atlanta. We appreciate y'all stopping by. We really do.
And I think DEP is crushing on Juan's truck just a little bit.
Well, I don't know. It looks pretty scratched up there. I think that crushes old news.
That's like a kindergarten crush.
Oh, there it goes. Now it's not scratched up. Okay, I kind of like it.
I appreciate the follow on that, Squawk.
All right, they are bunched back up and getting ready to go green, and there they go. They are off the 32 and the 5. They both pretty much win at the same time, but the 5 has the advantage on the low line. On the low lane, the 5 is going to slide up to that high lane, leaving the 32 in the dust to deal with the 4. The 4 is looking low. They are side by side as they go into turn number 1 and 2. And it looks like the 4 is going to be the biggest loser of that, because here comes the 25. The 25 is looking to the outside also. Is he going to be able to make the pass? We only have about 4 laps until the stage break ends. And 25 is up high, going to be able to take the position following that 32. Not yet, but he will this time out of the corner. 4 definitely needs to get to that high side. He's going to cut off the 14 and save what he can, because he's going to force the 14 to the low line as they come across the start-finish line. We only have 3 laps to go in the stage, and we have Richard Hollins, Mr. Ricky in that 32. We have the 25 of Bradley Cooper, and we have Brendan Matha in 4th.
Yeah, Bradley's giving Ricky a real workout right now over that position.
80 of Bradley Rivers is trying to make his way back up to the top 5, but he's not able to get around that 14 truck just yet. Even though he is close enough to touch bumpers, he still hasn't had it. But we just got an indicator that Juan has crashed his truck, and there is a stage break, I do believe.
That is going to wrap up stage 2, Richard. And I'm going to tell you right now, the ones to watch out for is going to be Bradley Cooper and Zeph Hawley, as both of them are up over 10 positions. So that's going to be your 2 going into stage 3. It's going to be the ones you want to watch.
Oh, Juan spun his truck around and scratched it up again. Oh, no. DP said, crush crash, same thing. Well, that's going to allow David Harding to stay out on the track, and he is possibly going to get his lap back because pit road is mighty busy. And as of right now, we only have 13 people on the lead lap.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. David Harding was on the lead lap. He is now the leader. But Mr. Jacob Klinkhart is going to be able to get his lap back. He is the first car 1 lap down. So we're going to see him take that ride right around the pace truck unless he is going into the pits.
We appreciate that follow there, Greg Garnett. Gary, my allergies have got me jacked up tonight, Richard. I hate Tennessee weather.
I love Tennessee weather. Maybe one of these days I'll get up there and be like, oh no, it's cold.
Well, one thing about the weather up here, Richard, especially over in East Tennessee with Bristol, you can get snow, sun, tornadoes, hail, flood, all within an hour period. So you don't really know what kind of weather to prepare for up here.
Yeah, last time we were there, we didn't know whether to wear a long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt, long sleeve shirt, jacket, or snow boots.
Thank God there's Walmart's close where you can buy whatever you need for all your shopping supplies.
We had to drive all the way to Pigeon Forge to find a Walmart because we were in Gatlinburg and we didn't know where one was at.
Yeah, but I believe the closest one is Sevierville.
The DP says, can you do Peter Griffin? Shut up, Meg.
I want to give a major shout out to all 27 that's hanging out here with us tonight, especially the ones that came in from Atlanta Racing Race, man. We appreciate y'all on that one too.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. We love everybody that stopped by. Please give us a like, give us a follow. You know, come join us after the races in with Atlanta. You know, and we usually do the same when we finish up ours. Everybody's out here to have a good time on any broadcast, so we like to come watch other people. All right. Here we go. We're about to go back green flag racing, and it looks like that number 34 is going to be the leader. He's going to take off real fast. There he goes. That wasn't real fast, though, because 5 is going to fight right back on the outside and overtake that leader. There he goes. Oh, no. All right, time to get back serious. The 25 has actually been able to take over the second position with the 14 of Cody Williams able to take over the third. That 34 is dropping like a fly, and he can't really hold anybody off on that low lane because there comes the 32, and the 4 is going to try it also. All these guys are on new tires, so the 34 cannot really hold him off on those older tires, but I do believe he was on the verge of, I don't know why he stayed out, actually. I'd rather not speculate. But Yeah, Bradley's got his hands full of Cody Williams in that number 14. Cody Williams trying to fight back on that in or outside, and Bradley Rivers trying to fight on the outside. He just cannot get the gap in between these two trucks to make that slide job. As you can see, the 25 checks up and will not let him in. So he is stuck on that bottom side, and he's going to eat up those tires real quick, fast, and in a hurry, because the 32 is looking to take advantage too as soon as they all get by him. I was going to say something, but it probably would not have been appropriate. First letter of each name, or first letter of each name. There you go. Just go with that.
That outside line is holding off pretty good.
Yeah, but I give it to that 80 truck of Bradley Rivers. He is fighting all he can on the inside, and he's not giving up. He gets a really good corner in, but he does not have the corner off. That's where the 14 and the 32 are better than he is. He can nose out in front of them for just a second, and then they take off right around him. There he is right there side by side again, and then they take off right around him. So the 14 is clear. The 32 it's just a matter of time before he clears him, and then the 4 is going to try to make the same moves. And here comes Mr. Zeth Holly in that number 48. He is trying to capitalize also. He is our biggest mover of the race. He is up 14 positions from where he started, running around in that 7th position, trying to make up more ground.
Yeah, it's looking pretty dominant right now for Outcast Motorsports. I mean, they've pretty much got the top 4 locked up.
Well, that's definitely a good place to be.
I mean,
1 through 4.
Yeah,
but
you're surrounded by your teammates, Richard. There's nobody really going to fight with you, and they're keeping Brandon Math and Rivers at bay. So the only one that I'd really be worrying about would probably be Holly.
DP says, somebody wreck Jacob Klinkart. Could use that lucky dog. Yes, he could. And where is he running right now compared to the leader? So he is back here in this pack. He is with Mr. Juan, the 31, and Harding. Oh, a little bit of contact right there between the 22 and the 95, but they keep it straight and they keep it going.
And there's the man out in the chat, Mr. Atlanta Racing. What is up, brother? Thank you for dropping by.
Yes, sir. Always glad to see you there, Atlanta. And all these guys back here battling for the same real estate. The 95, 1 lap down. You got the 13 back there also with them. You know, a lot of good cars that are showing, 1 lap down. So you got Collins. Collins is trying to make it, Oh, the 95 is loose. He's going to take it to the wall. And he smacks it. Will the caution come out? He's on the verge of the caution coming out. He's going to stop it and make sure the leaders make it by. There they go. He's going to go another lap down, unfortunately. Just hold that brake and spin it around, my friend.
Yeah, we're looking for a little checking up on everybody's end.
He towed it. He towed it. No. No, so he's going to go more laps down. That's not what we want to see out of that 95. Not what we wanted to see. I am going to go back and take a look and see what exactly happened. It looks like the 31 may have gotten out of shape just a little bit. The 22 and the 31 were coming out of the corner. Yes, he got out of shape just a little bit. They were almost 3 wide. The 95 going into the corner.
Well, DEP, you jinxed him. You wanted someone to wreck. You didn't clarify.
So it looks like the 20 may have made a little bit of contact because the 95 had to check up for the 31. So the 20 got into the back just a little bit, not hard contact, but just enough to send him to the wall. And the only thing that, I give him props. He could have spun that truck around right in front of everybody, but he elected to tow it to make sure that everybody was able to agree. So I give him my hats off to him. If I was race control, I would have called a caution.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's Bristol. Everybody's already spread out. If you ain't got your VR side by side, you can't see on the right side when you sling it around, and it's very easy you can sling it around right in front of somebody, ruin somebody else's race. So as bad as it hurt them going 4 laps down, it was a very smart move.
So that means that Mr. Brad Clay is going to be the last truck on the lead lap. There's only 12 trucks on the lead lap. David Harding is going to be right in front of him, running in 11th. He's got the mirror full of that number 81, almost contact, because the 34 is not on the best pace. He's getting passed by the lap cars, but he's still running a good race. The 82 all over the back bumper. He's going to go high and make the pass. Mr. Chad McNeil, he is running around in the 10th position, down 1 spot from where he started this race in that Winn-Dixie, the Beef People truck.
Yeah.
Mark Collins, go ahead.
I'm just astounded here by Outcast Motorsports. I mean, they're pretty much just opening up the gap. And I know a lot of people have seen the movie Cars, which is going to be funny since they're passing the Lightning McQueen car. But on the trucks where they're all swinging out, the lowriders was all following each other real close, they're doing the same thing these past few laps. One moves, the other moves right with them. So they're in sequence pretty good.
Synchronized passing, that's pretty good. And there we see the 31 going a lap down. He was the last car on the lead lap, so now he is the first car 1 lap down. Oh, the 31 rides up in front of the 32 and slows the momentum down on the 32. So that's going to give the top 3 a breakaway from the 32. And poor Brendan Matha, he is back there stuck behind the 95. 95 rubs the wall, lets him by.
Well, Mr. Brandon Matha knows how he's going to be staying back in that 5th position, and he's the first one that's not in Outcast Motorsports looking to be in the top 5.
I'll tell you somebody that is working his way up, and that's going to be that number 48 of Seth Hawley. He has been a man on a mission, and he is tracking down that number 4 truck, and he's going to work his way around the 95. Is the 95 going to let him by, or is he going to have to fight for it? Nope, he's going to give up that low line, and maybe he can get around it. No, not quite just yet. And he finally makes that pass. Now he's got clear sailing to that back end of that number 4, Brendan Matha. So let's see if he can close that gap any, as he has a little bit of lap traffic to deal with himself. He's got David Harding right there. Ooh, almost contact between the 4 and the 34. All right. So now that 48 is working on the 34. 34 is going to let him right on by, but the leader has got his hands full of the 60, so the 5 and the 25 made it around the 60. And there's only going to be now 9 trucks on the lead lap. That is very impressive by these guys. These guys are making it look so easy here at Bristol. So if Chad McNeil had beef, he doesn't anymore because he is down 1 lap. He's looking for a caution to come out, and so he can get his lap back since he is the first car on the lead lap. Next car to go a lap down is going to be Mr. Mark Collins, and there he is coming out of turn number 2. Compared to the leaders, he has quite a ways, until the leaders catch up with him. So hopefully he can keep it for the time being. 25 has lost a little bit of ground to the 5 of Richard Hollins, and Richard Hollins is going to have the 55 right in front of him. The 55 of Tom Barsh is going to go another lap down. And then he's going to have the 28, it looks like, to work on and get around. That may slow him up. Nope. 28 just let him right on by. car of Jose Riviera is about to go another lap down. So quite a few cars, several laps down, and the clock is just ticking before the leader catches Mark Collins. 176 laps of 225. We still got a lot of racing, so anything can happen. But we have to have a lot of cautions or a lot of wave arounds for these guys to get their laps back. And Mark Collins is working his way up to take a position away from Derek Welch. Derek Welch is riding right behind that 84. The 84 is a lap down. He's right around in the 5th position. So he's got to get around him before Mark Collins takes that position away from him. Derek Welch working on the inside of the 84. The 84 should just let him by, considering he is so many laps down. But the 84 is not going to do it. He's going to fight back on the outside and not give up any room to the 1. Even though the 1 is working, trying to work his way up, the 84 is not going to have it. And there's Derek Welch. Derek Welch is in jeopardy of going a lap down because there's the leader right behind Derek Welch. The leader caught Mark Collins like he was standing still, and the 84 is still riding on the outside, not giving Derek Welch any room. And now the 31 is right there. 31 is trying to stay on, I think, 2 laps. 81 is 2 laps down, yeah. Or 3 laps down, so he's trying to keep his lap, but Derek Welch is now the first truck 1 lap down with Mark Collins right there. So we only have a total of 7 trucks on the lead lap. The last truck on the lead lap is going to be Bradley Rivers in that number 80 Hooters truck. So the leader has quite a bit of ground to make up before Bradley Rivers will go down 1 lap. Looks like Mark Collins has got his hands full of the 25. 25 looking low. Mark Collins trying to fight back on that outside. Is he going to give it to him? They almost touch coming out of the turn. Going into turn number 3, the 25 is going to have it on the low line. We're probably going to see that 25 make the slide job in front of the 13. And here comes the number 14 of Cody Williams. He is going to try the same thing on Mark Collins. Mark Collins still riding that high line, not giving up that easily. Derek Welch back there. He's got to catch Mark Collins to be the last car on the, the first car 1 lap down. Oh, excuse me. And there is Mark Collins getting passed by the 14, and the 32 is right there also, trying to utilize that low line. So as we heard at the beginning of the race, we have, our sponsor, Inspiration with Devin. It is her birthday. She, definitely go check out her website and check out all the artwork that she puts out. They do have merchandise that will be up to date, and that is going to be inspirationwithdevin.net. We will be putting out a video to, broadcast some of the artwork that she does, and they could put it on hoodies, they could put it on t-shirts, they could put it on hats. Pretty sure they can put it on whatever you'd like. So definitely go give her stuff a viewing, and you might see something that you like. So that's inspirationwithdevin.net. The website is not right now as up to date, but it will be very soon. So definitely write that down and stay up to date with it as they update. All right, Nathan Stanley riding around in that 21st position. He is getting passed by the leader once again, and he is 7 laps down now. And the 95 of Jake Klinkhardt spun a little bit early and towed it just out of out of good sportsmanship, so he did not take anybody out while he was trying to get his truck turned around. It looked like Nathan Stanley had a little bit of wiggle right there coming out of the turn, but he did keep it straight. And there's the 34 of David Harden. He is not having the best night. Bradley Rivers, last car on the lead lap. He's got a ways to go, and he is in the 7th position. So he is just now coming over to start finish line, and he is maybe about a third of the track ahead of the leaders. So
yeah, Richard, everybody's starting to kind of spread out. I mean, we're coming up to about 56 to go. They should be looking at pit stops here in the next few 10 so laps. So that's probably going to shake a few things up too.
absolutely, and it looks like Seth Holly has made it up another position. He is up to the 5th position. What some great moves that he has put on tonight. Up 16 spots from where he started, and he just made a pass on the 67 and the 95. They just let him on through, and now he is chasing down that 32 truck. He is making up some ground. He is about 0.8 seconds behind the 32. So the 32 is in jeopardy of being caught by that number 48 of Seth Holly. So what a great run by him. So this could upset their little pack they got going on in the top 4.
Yeah, Seth Hollywood, I'd leave it up to him. If anybody could run Outcast Motorsports Day with sweeping top 3, 4 positions, it would be this car of Seth Hollywood.
Yeah, you got the 25, the 14, and the 32. They were all fighting with lap traffic, and now the 14 is in jeopardy of losing his position because that 48 is riding up high, coming out low, getting a run. Now he is side by side with the 14 as they go into turn 2. Coming out of turn 2, he is going to have the position. So he has moved up to the 4th position. He is up 17 spots from where he began. And now he is looking at the rear ends of the 25 and the 32. So they got nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. They got no lap traffic to hide behind. So he is going to take these positions away. He has saved everything that he had for these closing laps. And he is going to make it up quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy because they all pitted on the same lap. You can see right there, which Holly ain't running faster on last lap. Holly had the fastest lap, but Holly is staying pretty consistent enough to get around and fight his way through Outcast Motorsports.
As you stay on Seth Holly right there, I want to point out this little cluster that we got. We got the 4. Oh, we got the. Oh, what truck is that? That is the 84, giving the 22 a little bit of a bump, but we got 8 or 9 guys right here underneath the blanket. The 4 is a little bit slow off the corner. That's going to check up the 22. They're all trying to make it around Tom Barsh. They're going to take a 3 wide coming into the corner. They're all going to hold it. Derek Welch on the bottom, 22 on the outside. They're trying to pass the 4. They're trying to make stuff happen.
Yeah, that got wild there for a minute, seeing that 3 wide. And it was very good of everybody hanging in. Seth Holly was coming on into the pits, so he may have something up his sleeve.
Oh, yeah, he's going to go get those 4 fresh feel goods and probably about a half tank of Sunoco go-go juice. And I think he's going to be all right till the end. He's going to get super fast, super quick.
And get in the super hurry.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to speed on pit road as our leader is still out. And he's going to cross the finish line with 207 laps completed out of 250. Looks like the leader, I want to ride around with this leader for a second because he's letting people by like he is trying to save a little gas.
He might be. He's probably trying to stretch it out. And when we talked to him last week, that they said that there's 4 of them in there, so I'm pretty sure that they are constantly updating each other with how their gas mileage is running. So that right there is going to be a factor in numbers.
I do want to point out that, I just noticed this. I didn't notice it as there goes Zeth Holly. He just passed the leader to get one of his laps back. So if you look at the gauges all work now. Oh, and here comes the leader. He is slow down. And he did. He got to slow down. But, and the caution comes out. Caution comes out, and Bradley Cooper and Bradley Clay, it looks like they brought out the caution. Let's see if we can take a look and find out what happened. There is the 25 and the 27. Oh, the 25 just bobbles on the apron. Derek Welch involved. Oh, the 31 involved. Yeah, he just hit that apron just a little bit. It upset his truck real bad. So the 31 got involved. The 1 got involved. So many people got involved. There's your caution there, DEP. But the 95 is too many laps down. So Richard Holland was in pits. Oh my goodness, there's only 4 people on the lead lap. How? No.
I'm going to tell you who did not want to see that caution come out. Seth Holly. Which I think he might have got back on the lead lap. I'm not for sure.
Zeth Holly, yes, he is showing on the lead lap. So, well, I don't know. He's 41 seconds back. I don't know. I think he might still be a lap down. I'm not exactly sure.
But anyway.
Well, he just moved up to the second position, so he must be on the lead lap. So this is what he probably wanted to see.
You don't want to see it when you're a lap down, but, him being one of the first ones in and already being out, maybe being a lap down, everybody else pitting, he should be able to be staying up there in P1 or 2. So it may have benefited for him.
Yeah, so Bradley Cooper stayed out.
And that's part of Team McNeil Holly Racing there with him and Chad. So as Chad's hanging out in the top 10 too. So this is really going to shift all of that up.
Well, as of right now, it is showing Mark Collins is going to go all the way to the back at the end of the longest line. Right now, it's showing Zeth Holly the leader.
Yeah, and that may have played out in his favor because the lead truck was coming into pits when that happened. So if he was not in there far enough, he did have to do a run through on it.
But he is dropping back just a little bit. Unless he got his lap back, which it doesn't indicate if they get a wave around or not. That's what I wish it did.
It's showing him in P3 right now, so he might have got lucky on that one.
But with them all bunched right back up, even if he goes to the back, if he can stay out of trouble, that will right there, if a caution does come out, that'll put him right back where he needs to be to make up some time.
And the thing that's going to, I would worry the most about is he was making all those moves on older tires on the same pit laps that everybody else was on. So his tires are about 4 laps in. These guys' tires are fresh. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see Zeth start making some moves here in the next 5 or 10 laps.
Yeah, he's definitely going to try to get it done. That 4 truck, I feel bad for that 4 truck of Brendan Matha. He has had a good truck all night, and he is riding around in the 10th spot. But I do want to give a shout out to Stan Carnathan. Stan is riding around in the 10th spot. He is still up 13 positions from where he started. So we got a lot of big movers in this race. You have the number 48 up 14 spot. And they extended the green again, or they extended the cautions again, so I think get everything all squared away. So you have Zeth Holly, up 14 spots. You have Stan Carnathan. He is up 13 spots, riding around in that 10th position in that number 82 Chevrolet. And you have Tom Barish that, we don't talk a lot about, but even though he is a couple laps down, he is still up 10 positions. He started last in this race.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily a bad move there for him. He's broke into the top 15, and he's pretty much staying consistent. And like we've always said, we've said throughout the season, consistency is what can put you in championship contention.
Yep, you're definitely right about that. Feel bad for that number 95. He is now 10 laps down. Is that right? 10 laps down, yep. And it looks like we are going to go back green. Pace truck is off, and it looks like the 80 and the 5. Oh, the 80 disappeared for a second. The 80 takes off like a rocket, and he puts a gap on the, what is that, the 67 that was right there behind him. He puts a gap on him and the 5, so we're going to have to see if Richard Holly can track that 80 down. The 80 does have a lot of speed, and here comes the number 32. He's going to take over the 3rd position. You have a lot of lap trucks in between everybody.
Yeah, this is where it's fixing to get hairy. I mean, you're coming down to about 25, 30 to go. Everybody's going to be shuffling for a position. And it's pretty much going to be who's got the tires and who's brave enough to throw the bumper.
Yeah, it's definitely go time, and you're going to we might see if some of these guys get the bumper. We know the Ford truck is fast, so I wouldn't worry too much about him. He's not going to slow you down. Just ride behind him and try to make up some positions. You have the 25 stuck behind the 67, the 95, and the 20, so he's not going anywhere fast. He is stuck back here in a traffic jam as of right now. Seth Holly is way back there. He's made up some positions. He's in the 6th position. It's up 15 spots, but he has a lot of work to do to catch up with the leader of Bradley Rivers. Bradley Rivers is extending his time on that number 5 of Richard Holland. Richard Holland has been dominant, but as Richard Holland comes out of turn number 2, he is going to close that gap, but there's some places that he's better and there's some places that he's worse. So he's going to have to do a little bit of work in that 5 truck to catch up to this leader.
It looks like Bradley Rivers might be reining on the Outcast party they was having.
Oh, yeah, he has definitely rained on their parade.
He's the only one that's in out of the top 5 that is not part of Outcast Motorsports. So they're sweet. Maybe looking like their room's a little broke.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm noticing is that Bradley has a better entrance than he does an exit. So he extends that gap, about to 0.9 seconds, and then it drops back to 0.8 seconds as they come out of the corner. So that 5 truck does have the ability to put that power down coming out of the corners, as Bradley does not have the ability to do that. So he's giving and taking throughout this race, and it has not extended over 1 second yet. And I see that 32 truck, closing a little bit of that gap also, but that 5 truck is very fast, so I don't know if that 32 will be able to get there to take that position away.
I'm gonna tell you right now, looking at that last lap from everybody, you've got Rivers is pretty faster than Holland, but you've got Ricky and Cody who's staying in the low 1530s. So Rivers and Holland are running pretty similar lap times here.
Well, Derek Welch better do something quick, because it looks like the leader is trying to catch up with them quick, fast, and in a hurry. As Bradley Rivers is just now coming out of the turn number 4, and Derek is going into turn 1, and here comes Bradley Rivers coming into turn 1. So they got to pick up the pace a little bit. It looks like Derek Welch has a little bit of damage on the front of his car, so he's in jeopardy of going another lap down, and that's for the 13th position. We only have 7 trucks on the on the lead lap. Is that correct? Yes. And look at this number 22. This number 22 has kept himself out of trouble so far, and he is back on the lead lap. He was down a lap or two, and he is right there back on the lead lap. Good for Juan, our controller driver.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure he had the right trade paint on. He wanted to make sure we were showing his black and red 22. So there you are, Juan. Your right truck is showing.
And it looks like our leader has been caught now with 16 laps to go. What is going to happen? Bradley Rivers has a mirror full of that 5 Outcast Motorsports truck, and don't know what's going to happen, but something could. Oh, as he blocks the run that the 5 had on the outside, is he going to force the 5 down? No, he's not. He's going to take the low lane, get the momentum, as then he's going to make the slide job, slow the 5 down, and force the 5 down on the low lane. He's going to force that 5 to eat up his tires as they come out of turn number 4, or I'm sorry, turn number 2. He's going to force the 5 down low again as they are starting to catch Derek Welch. He is going to be a lap down car. Is this going to slow the momentum of the 80? We don't know, but the 5 is going to work on the inside of the 80. Does the 5 have it? No, they're going to stay side by side. The 5 has about a half a truck length as they come into 3 and 4. He's going to put the power down, but he cannot put it down good enough, and that's going to allow the 5 truck to get on by. They're both going to make the pass on the bottom side of Derek Welch. Derek Welch will let him right on by. Didn't hold him up any. They're going to pass the 28 on the low lane. And here comes the 32. 32 wants to play too.
Yeah, Bradley got a pretty good shot out on that restart. It looks like maybe his tires might have gave up a little bit. Or he's just trying to play it smart and just hang right there in that P2 position. But
it was definitely a smart play. But it's costing him.
yeah, he's got Ricky on him now, fixing to looking to take that P2 position.
Yeah, I see, and this is my thinking on that. I probably would have stayed out too, because once that caution comes out, that's going to bunch everybody up. You know, everybody's going to try to get back on the lead lap, or try to take it 3 wide, or it's coming down to an end. So that's gonna, I'm thinking there's going to be another caution, and I guarantee you that's what he was thinking, and we will probably find out here in the next 8 laps, because it is winding down as they are going to try to make a pass on Tom Barsh. Is Ricky going to move the 80? We don't know just yet, but looks like the 32 is just a little bit faster than the 80, and here comes Ricky. He's going to dive it down on the inside. He's going to trap him on the inside. Will he be able to make the move on the inside? Nope, not at this time. But what will the 55 do? Is he going to use the 55 as a blocker? Probably will, as they come out of the turn. The 55 is right there. He had nowhere to go. He's thinking about taking a 3 wide. They do take a 3 wide, and the 32 took over that position.
And Ricky played that one smart. I mean, not the most sportsman move, but when you're down to your last 5 positions, you come up on a lap car. And I've done it plenty of times, where if you're a lap car and I'm below you, I'm gonna stick behind that lap car and take that position from you. So I can't say nothing bad on him that I'm not done.
It was definitely a clean thing to do. Everybody would have probably done the same thing, but we only have 3 to go in this race, and such a great job by all these guys keeping it clean. And that number 48 has made some moves, and if it would have gone green just a little bit longer, we would have probably seen him in the top 3. But great job by all these guys. But Bradley Rivers did upset Outcast Motorsports tonight. He did not give them the 1-2-3 like they wanted, as the white flag is out, and it looks like Mr. Richard Holland is gonna have it all to himself, with the 32 taking second, and Bradley Rivers taking third. Cody Williams is going to take the 4th position, and Bradley Cooper is going to take the 5th. Juan Jimenez in 6th, and Zeth Holly in 7th. Those are all your cars on the lead lap. 8th is going to be Mark Collins. Chad McNeil is going to be 9th, and Stan Carnathan is going to be wrapping up your top 10 for Bristol.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Rivers, he threw the wrench in the Outcast suite, but they still dominated top five with 4 of the 5 cars being out of Outcast Motorsports. So, way to go, Bradley, for right in the middle of it.
Yeah, he put up a good fight, and that's going to be a good interview. He put up a really good fight, as we're going to see Mr. Holland burn it down once again. Whew. Somebody get this man a good sponsor. He can drive the heck out of some trucks.
That he can do, and I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see the rest of the team make its way out.
All right, let's go and see if we can track down some folks.
We're gonna yank Mr. Rivers up here. I'll track down the other 2.
Mr. Brad Rivers. Yeah, this is Richard and Jeremy up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Man, you gave it all you had. You stayed out, took over the lead, and you just couldn't quite hold it there. That 5 gave you a run for your money, and then the 32 came in the picture and trapped you behind a lap car, and you dropped down to the 3rd place. But you got a podium finish, man. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, I thought I had something there at the end there, and that last caution, I thought it was going to work out in my favor. I thought that caution caught Holland down pit road, and I came out and I realized he didn't get caught down pit road. So I had to took a fresh set of tires and just pushed it hard. I caught him napping on the restart, and I tried to take off from there. But he's fast, man. He's just a great driver, and there's good group of drivers in here, man, that are so fast and so good. And I gave it my all, man. I gave it my all. I shredded my right front all night, so I'll definitely take a P3.
Well, you're all did upset their 1-2-3 finish in Outcast Motorsports. So you did give them a little bit of upset. They couldn't get that 3rd driver up there in the top 3. So good job on that. But I was expecting, I thought you did make a good move by staying out and taking over that lead because, cautions bring caution, especially with that many laps to go. You thought everybody would be in a hurry, but didn't turn out that way, but you got a 3rd place finish, man. You earned it. Those shout outs are yours.
Yeah, man, track position was key, so I had to keep that. I'm giving a shout out to Ions Motorsports. Everybody back at the team, man, it's just been, great support and, fighting along the way. So we got a newcomer that just came on the team tonight, so he didn't quite finish in the race, but he's got a lot to learn, so we all do, as we race every week. So shout out to Ray's Energy, my sponsor. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting once again. This is a good league, and I'm having a good time so far with these great racers in here.
Absolutely. We enjoy watching it all, and you put on a good show. So go down there and celebrate with your teammates, and congratulations on that 3rd place finish, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Thanks.
Have a good one.
Well, Richard, I'm going to tell you what, he put up a hell of a fight. I mean, if it would have went a caution, it would have went more in his favor than it did. But, like we say, cautions breed cautions, and there wasn't no breeding this time. So, especially at Bristol, that was pretty good, clean racing right there towards the end.
Yes, it definitely was. And, I like he said, this is a great group of people. They know how to race. I couldn't ask to watch a better race.
No, it's been a good series so far. But we've got one of the 2 of Outcast Motorsports up here with us. He finished in P2, Mr. Ricky E.
What's going on, Jay Remy?
Jay Remy. Ain't no telling what you're going to get started now.
J. Remy Robines. That's what I'm going to call you.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I won't call you late for dinner, bub.
He said something earlier. He mispronounced something. Oh, he said Metha. And then he said, I mispronounced my own name. I thought he was, I was like, what, Jeremy Rubens?
Yeah, Mr. Rubens. I like that. It's got a good ring to it.
Well, Ricky, you had to fight back. I mean, Outcast pretty much had it locked down. And Bradley, he threw a wrench in the top 5, which he took one of the positions from all y'all. But, I mean, there towards the end, I cannot say it was a bad move. I would have done the same thing where you used the lap car as a pick. But other than that, man, walk us through the rest of that race.
If that was between the 80 and I, as far as a pick, I attempted to leave him some room in the middle. I didn't want to cock block him quite that bad. But everything happens here so fast that it's hard to tell where somebody is in your blind spot half the time because you don't know whether they drove it in deeper or if they took it and give you the corner, basically. So this place is a challenge. And I tell you what, that was probably one of the smoothest Bristol races I've ever seen for 250 laps.
Yeah, you have no doubt about that. We saw a lot of cars go one lap down, only 7 cars on the lead lap. And, if that caution wouldn't have come out, y'all would have had your hands full of that number 48 of Zeth Hawley. He was coming. He had some fire lit under his ass, and he was coming for that top 5, but he wasn't able to get there. But man, y'all put that block with the lap car was definitely the move of the night. You definitely made that happen.
Like I said, that wasn't supposed to be a block. I tried to leave him in the middle and not pinch him all the way out there. I know this place is probably about as stressful of a racetrack as you're going to race. And I tell you what, my eyes are burning right out of my head right now from trying to stay focused. But no, we had a little run in with Jose early in the race, and I think it was kind of the same idea. I didn't want to block him, so I left him a little room, and then I don't know whether the guy on the way outside come down a little bit and kind of forced him across my bow, but I feel bad for Jose. I certainly didn't want to turn him out there. He was really fast in the practice, and I feel bad about that. But like I said, Bristol, everything happens fast here, dude.
Absolutely, hardly any time to react. But second place finish, not a bad way to go. And man, you earned those shout outs.
Well, I tell you what, my goal tonight was to finish on the lead lap and keep it straight. So it worked out all right. So I think a little bit of patience goes a long way, and driving the truck with the gas pedal and not the steering wheel really makes you propel off these corners quite a bit. So good race. Where's the next one?
The next one is at Atlanta, and that's going to be on the 8th.
Good enough. My truck's loaded up. It's already headed out the track. See you later.
I'll try to come in and spoil y'all's race. You just watch.
All right, Ricky is all right, let's see if I can track down the winner. He's got his second, I believe it's the second win of the week or of the season. Mr. Richard Holland. If I can get him tracked down up here.
I thought he was in the waiting room.
There he is. He moved himself up here. I had a message from Derek I was reading, so I'll make sure we get in touch with him before we end stream. So, Richard, you pulled it off again. Outcast didn't get the sweep they wanted. Eon's Motorsports kind of upset it, but what did you have in that last part of that race?
Well, I'm not sure when the 80 pitted, but it felt like we had a couple fresher tires maybe than he did. But That's what it seemed like to me, anyways. I was able to turn a lot better than he could in the center. That's what it felt like. I don't know what lap he pitted on, but that's what it seemed like.
Where'd you go, Jeremy? All right. Well, I think Jeremy is having a little bit of issues. Yeah, it looked like that you had a little bit better truck than he did. He was a little bit better in the corners than you were, but you were definitely a lot better off the corners. And then y'all caused some lap traffic, and I guess that slowed him down just a little bit. But man, you outperformed it. You did a great job tonight. You put a lot of people one lap, multiple laps down, and you were just untouchable. But like we were saying before, that 80 truck definitely did ruin your 1, 2, 3 finish with Outcast. But two in the top on the top spots. That's not a bad night at all.
No, not at all, man. We all really had a good run. I mean, all of us, Outcast teammates were up there at one point in time, every one of us. So we all had good runs. Just Cody and Brad ran into a bunch of problems there late in the race and didn't, quite, be able to get back up there. Cody did finish fourth, which was awesome. So Ricky and I obviously finishing 1-2 is awesome, man. I love having Outcast of the 1-2 finish. Would have been great to have 1-2-3, but you're right. Rivers there in the 80 did a great job tonight, put himself into position. That's what you got to do. So you got to take your hat off to him. He ran a great race. It was fun racing him, clean racing. So that was good. But yeah, great night. It's fun to get out front at places like this, and this place is fun to run a lot of green flag laps at. And it's just it's repetitive and it's momentum, and it can be fun when you're out front. But yeah, we'll take it, man. Win at Bristol. Woo!
Absolutely. So you got the podium. You know what comes next. Them shout outs.
Yeah, just want to thank my teammates. Like I say every week, racing with these guys is just fun. It's great, man. We have a lot of fun together doing this, and everybody else in this room, and mentioned a few of them already, but guys that we raced around competitively or whatever it was. Just want to thank all the drivers in here, everybody that has anything to do with running the league, Derek, Joe, all them guys that do anything to do with the league at all, running it, broadcasting it, you guys, even the admin doing that. It's a thankless job. So we appreciate it. Give us a place to race, and it's a lot of fun, and thank you.
Not a problem. Well, go get ready for Atlanta next week because you are going to have to carry that momentum into Atlanta. We're going to love seeing you run there. We know that pretty much everybody loves Atlanta. So go get that truck ready for Atlanta. We will see you next week.
We'll see what we can do. Put the Atlanta setup in it and see if we can't make this thing fast. Thanks a lot, guys.
Not a problem. All right, it looks like Mr. Derek Welch is up in the booth, and on stream camera you will see Mr. Matthews' car that he has, and that is going to be for the inspiration with Devin. He has that logo on that car. So definitely there is the website in the chat. So definitely go take a look at that web page. Like he said before, it's not quite up to date just yet, but definitely check in, and we'll try to get some content out there and show you what she has as far as her artwork. She's 27 years old or 28 years old. So make sure drop a happy birthday in the chats, and we're going to also say happy birthday once again, Miss Devin. And now to Mr. Derek Welch, I see him sitting here patiently.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Derek.
Hey. I just wanted to jump up here and say great job to all these guys out here on Bristol. It's very, very rare to see a Bristol race with this many trucks go with hardly that less of caution. So, but a great job to these guys. Racing clean. We did have a little trouble there at the beginning, but that's stage racing. Also, I wanted to get it out there. I think y'all announced a winner for the paint competition, Mr. Rick LePage. If you can get with me tonight, preferably, that would be great. So I can send you your $100 and congratulations on the paint win. That was a good looking paint.
Holy crap! Why didn't I get a chance to enter this? $100. No, congratulations.
$100.
Congratulations there, Mr. LePage. That was definitely a nice looking truck, and glad that you got all the votes to win that.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful paint job out of that Rain X. When I seen that truck, I was in awe.
Drooling all over it.
Yeah.
Well, what else you got for us, Derek? Next week is Atlanta. Anything good or special coming up next week? Or
I don't know. I think I'm gonna join the Outcast team to get some tips from them, man. I swear these guys are on another level out there. I mean, I try to stay behind them as long as I could, and my tire how in the world are these guys doing it? I don't know. But I got caught in those few wrecks. My truck kept overheating at the end right there, so I was just trying to finish the race.
Well, for $100, they might give you some tips and tricks.
They need to.
No, you got Atlanta coming up next week. We know you run good at Atlanta. I've seen you run good at Atlanta, so hopefully you can work up some momentum for that track and get you out front. But like you said, great job to everybody. Very minimal cautions here at Bristol. But if Mr. Welch does not have anything else for us, I think we are gonna shut it down for the night. Jeremy lost his communications, so he is having mic issues.
That's it for me.
All right. Well, we are going to call it a night here, folks. We appreciate everybody that stopped by to watch this Atlanta racing. Definitely want to give you a shout out for you and the 10 others that came with you and rated the stream. So thank y'all for coming out. We had fun. We love interacting with the chat. Thank you, DEP, for giving us a couple of good laughs. And we will catch y'all next week here at Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. So on behalf of the Southern Broadcast Racing Network, we hope y'all have a good night and stay safe.